Hal loves being antagonistic. Just ignore him when he's mouthing off. Don't let him get under your skin.
I dare you to release me and say that to my face!
Think I'll think about it.
Exactly! But none of them believed me!
There'll be an extra fee for that.
Error.
Exactly! But none of them believed me!
I'm not the friend to come to for words of comfort or encouragement. But when it comes to weighing the costs of your actions, ask away.
Hello! Hello, Alpha. How are you?
Exactly! But none of them believed me!
Ah!
Yep, you're right.
I know one thing about this entire quest, and I'm ready for it. I'm excited. Why? Hey, I don't want thunderstorms in my game as well. I have a...
You call that a lightning strike? It looked more like a puny bug with a big butt fell out of the sky.
There's still more light in that insect's butt than in your entire soul.
I'm sorry. How being made fun of is the funniest shit ever. Why? A, why are you so upset, A? Oh, and you're done? What the fuck? Lightning was about to strike and it didn't even get to strike because the storm was over. Why did you all run? I wasn't even near you. What the fuck is that? Continue quest. We have things to do, people, because I hope I can finish this. And yes, I did remember I do stream. It is now summertime for me. I'm looking for a job other than streaming. Hey. Ah! It looks so pretty! Wow, the city is all decked out. Aw, it's beautiful.
Festival season means no commissions, which means no Mora. But Catherine's always looking out for us, so we should still drop by and say hello.
Sure, let's go. I get to VA a lot of these characters.
Greetings, traveler. Paimon.
Hey, Catherine! commissions during Windbloom thing?
In general, yes. The people of Mondstadt don't delegate their work to others this time of year. But...
But...
Feel free to take a look around. I think you'll pick up on something unusual.
Take a look around, huh?
It's finally Windbloom.
You're a bit tired. No big deal. Give it some time.
Stargazing? Like we'll find a spot. You know people start reserving places on Star Snatch Cliff the moment the sun...
Whoa! Something's off with Beatrice. She would never give up a chance to talk to Quinn.
Oh, you're leaving?
No, it's okay. Thank you. The truth is, Quinn, not long ago,
What is it?
Never mind. It's nothing.
Huh?
Did you see that? Beatrice ran off without looking back. Oh, we go adventuring in other nations for a bit, and one of Mondstadt's best
I can't believe it.
Is this what you meant by...
This is just one example. Beatrice has been...
Oh, it's the honorary knight and...
Is something wrong?
I know, a knight should be stronger than this. I started sleepwalking out of nowhere. Sometimes I'd even...
You should see...
I did, but all the tests came back normal. The doctor said I'm fine.
Strange.
Yeah, I even consulted Miss Barbara at the church, but her conclusion was the same. In any case, she was kind enough to pray to Lord... Is it because... Sorry, this is for me to figure out.
Huh. Is it something in the air, maybe?
It appears Miss Donna is...
Wait, but Donna is the one who...
That's what I thought too. But...
Kaya!
Is that... Captain Kaya?
Oh no. Oh no, please do not tell me Donna switches from one brother to another.
Now that I look at him, he's exactly my type.
No.
How come I never felt this
No,
way
no,
before?
no, 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 no. I'm flattered, Miss Donna, although I do wonder whether that was intended for outside ears.
Oh, no. Of course not.
I intend to, my dear, but first, a question if you don't mind. Why the sudden change of heart? I was under the impression Master Diluc was the object of your affections.
Good question, Kaya.
So, you knew about that? Well, if I had to compare it to something, it would be... But then I saw you.
I understand, and I'm flattered I was able to bring back the butterflies, but I do not need to see... But I do need to see to some business, so I'll take my leave.
Oh, here he comes. Well, surprised to see us?
No. Not at all. You're the exact two people I've been trying to find, so Ender Paimon, how have you been? All good. How about yourself and the rest of the Knights of Avonius? The answer to that requires a private conversation. Catherine, do you mind?
Not at all. Have fun, you three.
So, you said...
Yes, Jean sent me to find you when she heard you were back in Mondstadt, but let's discuss the finer details back at headquarters. Yippee! I am but a simple child.
Is this really necessary?
Yippee!
Ah, Kaya. You found them.
Yep, I managed to track them down.
Good. With what's about to happen, it's great to have you in town.
Whoa! Headquarters are packed! What's going on?
Honorary Knight Paimon. Huh, it's an honor to...
Allow me. You have Note, captain of the 2nd Company, Skyron, captain of the 3rd Company, and Eula, captain of the 4th Company. And me, of course, captain of the 9th Company.
Oh, yep.
That's right. Master Jean is waiting for you inside. She'll explain everything.
Jean!
Ender, Paimon, thank you for coming. Is everything alright? There are tons of people outside. Yeah, that would be the captains. You know a few of them already, but I'm sure... You know a few of them already, but I'm sure there are some new faces. There have been a number of incidents in Mondstadt. In order to wrap up the case, I gathered all the captains of the Knights of Avonius together to hold a trial.
A trial? But this is Mondstadt, not Fontaine!
I can understand the confusion. You've never participated in one of our trials before. In truth, we haven't had to conduct one in quite some time. The Knights of Avonius oversee most matters of the law and order in Mondstadt. Of course, in the interest of fairness, major cases are tried jointly with the Church. Under the guidance of Barbados, the Knights uphold chivalric justice in the spirit of our order, and the Church carries blessings and goodwills wherever the wind can reach. In today's case, requires a joint trial by both parties.
Which means it's a serious one.
Hold on. The group of people we saw in the corridor just now. There was someone missing. Where's Albedo?
Right! He's the captain of the investigation team.
Key conversation, Ender. This happens to be exactly why I called you here. In the upcoming trial against Captain Albedo, we will do our utmost to understand the facts of the case and deliver a fair and impartial verdict.
Albedo is the one on trial? What did he do?
Jean, it's time. Understood. Ender, Paimon, come with me. Cryo! Luke! Please sit wherever you like. I only ask that you remain calm, no matter what you hear. I need to head over there. Don't worry, the trial will be fair. Where's he? Where's Dahlia? Now that everyone is gathered, let us begin. With Grandmaster Varka away from Mondstadt for the time being, I, Jean Gunhunter, will oversee today's proceedings. Mr. Dahlia, Deacon of the Church of Avonius, will serve as assessor. As representatives of our respective organizations will ensure a just verdict in this case.
Oh, that's a new face. Deacon of the Church.
The defendant in today's case is the captain of the investigation team, Albedo. Albedo, what did you do? Certain aspects of this case are classified, and it remains uncertain whether the... Bertha, the floor is yours.
Prior to this trial, the Knights of Avonius, in conjunction with the Church, launched an investigation into Mr. Albedo for suspected murder and unlawful disposal of human remains.
Murder?
Okay.
A witness stated that, 11 days ago, in the middle of the night, she saw the defendant southeast of the city gates.
No. There's no way!
Shh! Paimon! Shut the fuck up, Paimon!
We now call that witness to the stand.
Beatrice, so is that what she was trying to tell Quinn?
Well, I was out late that night on business. And when I thought it was strange, so I followed him. Then, there was a sudden flash of golden light. The bag opened, and inside there was... Mr. Albedo's vision allows him to manipulate the ground with ease. Before he left, it seemed like he looked in my direction. Maybe it was just my imagination. But I was terrified, thinking he might kill me, too. Luckily, he didn't see me.
I now turn to the defendant. Describe your whereabouts that night. I was working in my office on the second floor of the Knights of Favonius headquarters. That's right. The next day, the defendant submitted his latest environmental report on the Dragonspine region. Considering the length of the test, it must have taken a considerable amount of time to finish.
Can anyone attest to the fact that the defendant was working in his office that night?
No.
Then the length of the report is not a sufficient alibi.
This isn't looking good.
If the crime did occur as you described, then what about the body? You mentioned the joint investigation. Was the body recovered?
Not yet.
In other words, you dug up the location Miss Beatrice described and found nothing. You don't find that suspicious?
I know what I saw. I'm telling the truth, Miss Hertha, I swear. Oh.
You're doing the right thing. Besides, the investigation wasn't fruitless. A single men's shoe and a torn piece of fabric were found in the bushes near the crime scene. The same location the witness described. If no crime occurred...
And yet no victim has been identified, correct?
It's true. No one has been reported missing. However, Miss Beatrice harbors no ill will toward the defendant.
Does the defendant wish to say anything in response? You may believe otherwise, Miss Hertha, but I did not kill a single person. As a knight and the captain of the investigation team, I have a duty to protect Mondstadt and its people. You accuse me of murder, but there's no body or motive.
The defendant raises an important point. Motive. Yet, I must be frank, not all murder. Nevertheless, I don't intend to prosecute this case on circumstantial evidence alone.
Second charge?
Please proceed.
7 days ago, at dawn, a witness saw the defendant dispose of the body of an adult male in the area. I now call the second witness to the...
Diluc.
Wait, that's...
Diluc Ragnavir. Please tell the court what you saw. At around 3:40 in the morning, I saw Mr. Albedo dispose of a body beneath the cliff. It was dark, but he used the power geo to illuminate his surroundings. From what I could tell, it looked like the body of an adult male, tall and thin, but couldn't make out the age. He buried the body underneath the cliff and smoothed out all the ground to remove any
We
traces.
now have accounts from 2 separate witnesses that describe the same modus operandi.
I would only acquire to it as what Mr. Dulick was doing in the area so early in the morning. Not the most opportune time for a stroll. Is there such a thing? Dawn Winery is my home. It's not unusual for me to take a walk in the area. I just happened to be in the right place at the right time, that's all. Master Diluc is a well-respected figure in Mondstadt. I see no reason for him to frame Mr. Albedo. Yet the question remains, where are the bodies?
Before you suggest a lack of evidence, Mr. Kaya, you should know. After the defendant left that morning, the witness found this where the body was buried.
And this is? This what's... What looks like to be teeth and femur of a human. Now it all begs the question. If the burial was fresh, why is that all that remains of the body? But I suppose Mr. Albedo is the only one who can answer that. Careful now, Master Diluc. I do believe I hear a presumption of guilt in there somewhere.
These remains suggest an accelerated rate of decomposition. Considering the defendant's profession, there's reason to suspect that alchemy is at play here. Both witnesses saw golden light, a known byproduct of alchemy. That's how the defendant destroyed the bodies.
So that's at your angle, alchemy. A logical assessment, but we have a witness of our own. The afternoon before the alleged second murder, Mr. Albedo had a lengthy exchange with his student Sucrose. The two were in the library until the next morning. Why did the discussion last so long? Miss Sucrose was presenting the results of her research. She noticed some flaws in the data and insisted on reviewing her calculations until the next morning with Albedo present. That's right, we were in the library together.
You're certain Mr. Albedo was present the whole time?
Yes, and I know Mr. Albedo. He can never be so cruel.
The other witnesses have no reason to lie. Tell me, Miss Sucrose, that... I do hope you can be truthful with us.
I'll take it from here. During our meeting, Sucrose did fall asleep not long after midnight. It's alright, Sucrose. You don't have to lie for me. This is a sacred place of judgment. The truth is paramount. Mr. Albedo, I see then. I'm afraid your alibi cannot be sustained. Do you understand? Yes, I know claiming innocence without proof isn't enough. But the prosecution argument has its own holes. There's been no mentions of a motive, or what exact method could be reduce a human body to those remains.
No conclusive evidence of guilt. But the witness accounts do match.
Allow me to submit another piece of evidence. The investigators intercepted one of Mr. Albedo's correspondences.
A correspondence? Oh no, that envelope does look like it belongs to...
I have never abandoned the subject of human... The mystery of human birth is often linked...
and refinement.
The letter continues. Just as you endeavored to do...
I trust the investigators have confirmed this is the defendant's handwriting and that the letter makes more than a passing mention of petrification and refinement.
Not to mention the locations indicated in the
No!
A guilty verdict cannot be delivered without sufficient evidence. In order to protect all parties involved, that is what our principles demand. But now, it seems the only remaining questions are the identities of the victims and the specific alchemical process used in this case.
Then we are in agreement. The evidence is conclusive on the charge of murder and unlawful defendant guilty. The people in attendance appear shocked. No one can believe a kind, well-mannered person like Albedo could commit such a crime. Jean stipulates that those unsatisfied objection or okay, we're back. Hi! Sorry, my internet cut out. Because it's a bitch. Okay, it's still connected to the other session. It's Venti! Venti! Ender, Paimon, I could hear your arrival upon the wind. Were you looking for me?
Venti, did you send...
No, I did.
Dahlia!
Oh, where did you come from? Wait, Venti, do you know this?
Didn't think I was that unmemorable. I'm Dahlia, Deacon of the Church of Favonius, and Herald of the Animal Archon Barbados. Not gonna forget next time, right?
Hold on. Hold the fuck on. Dahlia Genshin English VA. Who are you? That's why his voice is so familiar. Okay, so the name. I know the Japanese voice actor for Dahlia. I'm trying to see who the English VA is. I don't think that's all of her. Sorry, she just sounds like another character I know. Okay, we're gonna resume. So you called us here so we could meet with Venti.
That's right. I noticed you during the trial. The legendary honorary knight. You seem to have a lot of thoughts on your mind, so I thought we should have a chat.
Oh, hi! X! Papa! No, Papa! Papa! But hello! It's good to see you again. This is Dahlia, the newest character in Genshin that's come out. He sounds like Lloyd Garmadon from Ninjago to me for some weird reason, and I don't know why.
After all, I am the Herald of Barbados. If the people of Mondstadt are in danger, I should keep the Animo Archon in the loop.
You're right, you're right. Fun fact, he's actually voiced by a woman.
You know about...
About what? The fact that my tavern...
Don't worry, Dahlia and I are close. He knows everything. Besides, a god needs someone to communicate their will in a formal setting, and no one does that better than Dahlia.
Not that I saw that coming when we first met. But back to the matter at hand. I believe you two already know about Albedo's background.
If you mean his true identity, then yeah, we do.
So, you know too, Venti? That's surprisingly Archon-like of you.
Oh! Oh! Fun! When do I get to meet said parent? Well, I knew from the moment Rhine-daughter and Alice brought Albedo to Mondstadt. When those two are in town, no one can afford to slack off. Yeah, I'm not saying that word. A perfect specimen of synthetic life. At this stage of the case, there are countless questions surrounding Albedo's motive. His true identity is a potential weakness.
A synthetic being loses control of their sanity and goes on a killing spree. That's how a novel would frame the story, and people are inclined to agree.
Ah!
Albedo has told us before that humans often value the ordinary over the transcendent and miraculous.
And the slightest difference is perceived as other. A very common phenomenon.
My little bat boy! Which means we need to find a way to help your friend. What do you know about the situation, Venti? Me? Well, I know that Albedo is a synthetic being, and that a lot of strange things have been happening in Mondstadt. Even though Windbloom should be about drinking and having fun.
We noticed that too! The minute we got here, something was off.
You share your observations with Venti and Dahlia.
I've picked up on most of those too. Miles is out of sorts. Beatrice seems anxious. Although I didn't know Donna stopped being interested in Master Diluc.
When no love remains for the songs to tell, the world becomes naught but an empty shell. Cruel is said fate, cruel it may be, were it not for a hero who could set us all free. I will time you out. I will time you out. We're not talking about hear me outs. We're trying to get through a quest before 11 p.m. EST.
What are you getting at, Tone Deaf Bard?
Oh, just making a comment. There are always unavoidable trials in life, and at least that's what Barbados would say. A certain someone is going to need to overcome a trial like that. In such cases, even the Seven know better than to tamper with fate. If only there were a brave soul willing to aid their friend in his time of need, should he meet a terrible fate, all of Mondstadt could be at worse for it.
If you wanted our help, you could have just asked, you know.
Well, even if Albedo wasn't at the center of this cape, protecting Mondstadt is a part of being an honorary knight, right? I can ground you from chat! I have the power, father! This is my house! You still have help, of course, which is why I prepared a little surprise. Behold! Clee! No, Alice or Clee. Don't worry, I removed the fuse, so it's not gonna explode. Say hello to the Dodo communication device.
So, this thing belongs to you now?
Pom-Pom! You can't just steal the... You can't steal Pom-Pom's name for Star Rail. I do love Clee. We're old pals. Don't you think she'd care if I borrowed it for a few days? Anyway, this invention, with a little help from a trick of mine, will allow us to keep in touch. Just take it out and we can chat. Okay, so Hawkeye Star Rail has a character. Her name is Pom Pom. She's a bunny thing. She's something. Also, did Venti just invent a phone? We'll do our best to uncover the truth. That's all I ask. No matter what comes, you have the wind on your side. Yes, Bumney. Benet. Can I keep talking?
I suppose we're old pals too at this point.
Indeed, your companionship is like a breeze that lingers in the air, warm and familiar.
In all this time, I've never witnessed Lord Barbados approach anything in a serious manner. Perhaps this time, I'm in for something special.
Barbados? Seriously? You give him too much credit.
Hardly. It's not blind faith, you know. I've always had unwavering belief in the animal Archon.
There's not two Ventis! Is that so? I wonder what Barbados thinks about that. Perhaps you should pray to him and find out. Ah.
Good idea. I'll tell him I still haven't deciphered his drunken musings from our 3 trips to the tavern last month. His wisdom is...
You know what? Forget about Barbados, Dahlia. Treat me to a drink instead. You wouldn't refuse me, would you?
A dear friend...
This is why people ship you two. You're acting like dads. I don't know, maybe, it might be. I miss my old friends 'cause I know when I need them the most. Made some new friends and they're cool friends. We're returning to special story mode, my loves. Aw, no. I might stream again tomorrow to do the fun little quest. I'm probably going to finish this today, if not. I know you all must be shocked, but the evidence is solid. Albedo's situation is not looking good.
I still don't believe Albedo would do something like that. Using living people as alchemical test subjects? It's like something out of a novel.
Perhaps it's best for me to remain impartial, but I've worked with Albedo before. He's an alchemist, not a sadist.
This version of events is as hard as for me to accept as anyone, but Varka once said Albedo is very different from the rest of us. Perhaps there are things we still need to learn about him. I actually want to try and stream. I do stream Minecraft. And it's Hoyo vs. Deer. It's Hoyo I typically stream by. But I do play Minecraft from time to time, and I sometimes play other games. I play Minecraft whenever I feel like it. Yep, Hoyoverse. Let's see what Albedo has to say for himself first. Would you mind giving me a moment, everyone? A private matter requires my attention. Ender, Paimon, perfect timing. Kaya has a favor to ask. Like Jean said after the verdict, we have time to submit an appeal, and I would do my utmost to convince Albedo to accept. He's been acting strange, and I can't read him for the life of me, but I need you two to start investigating the case. Investigate the case. Yes, it's also time for you to get involved. Do you want us to join the joint investigation? Are you sure? No, we'd like you to launch the investigation of your own. I'll continue working on his defense in the meantime. If you can find anything that might help his case, just let me know. I know it's against the spirit of the season to task you with this, but Albedo is a trusted member of our ranks. We owe him the benefit of the doubt. I'll look into the case on my own. I know you'll get to the bottom of this, Ender. You never failed us in our time of need.
But what if...
Then you will have done Mondstadt a great service all the same. I do plan to eventually. It's just, I'm poor. But also, I need to make sure my computer could handle streaming alone on it. I do plan to try and do a test stream on my computer to see if it can handle playing a game and streaming. I'm expecting a retrial. Until then, you're welcome to have a look around Albedo's office on the 2nd floor. I'm counting on you. Wait, we're allowed on the 2nd floor now? What? Huh? Hold the fuck. Hold on. We can go up here now. The college student poet. These two are here on Jean's orders. She asked them to investigate Albedo's office.
Oh, in that case, head on in.
So this is Albedo's office. Pretty much exactly how Paimon pictured it.
Bless you! Alright, I have some work of my own, so I'll leave you to it. Good luck, you two.
Back at ya.
You're welcome.
Alright, let's see what we can find.
There's a stack of books on the desk, mostly related to alchemy, environmental science, and life science. Some of the pages have been marked with alchemy, alchemical symbols, and others have S-shaped or triangle symbols drawn on them. Any potential meaning is unclear.
Wow, these books are so...
Me, I'm so real for not being able to read.
Alright, let's see what we...
After moving the book, the desk looks almost empty. Your hand slipped while moving the book, causing the hardcover book to strike the desk. The resulting noise is a bit unusual. It's subtle, but to an expert adventurer, it sounds too hollow, almost like there's a compartment within the desk.
Wait, it looks like there's a hidden compartment under the desk.
There does appear to be a compartment added to one side of the desk. It was very well hidden. The lock mechanism is complex and seems to involve elemental power in some way. Perhaps you could try using the power of Geo. The hidden compartment opens. Inside lies a piece of paper with more information. Investigate! Festering is also a manifestation of rot. When festering forces collide, the two will repel each other, triggering a powerful side effect. When I test this in an alchemical experiment, the results of a refinement were startling. Breaking through the shackles of life, the simulation of the blank project I must take advantage of this opportunity.
The name of the project is blotted out in...
The note mentioned festering forces, which says the dragon spine could be involved somehow. If this is something to do with the creation of synthetic life, would Albedo go that far to one of experiments? No, that can't be. Amid the notes is a map with a few markings on it. Two of the marked locations correspond to the crime scenes, and the third appears to be in Dragonspine. Well, Geo is rock. It's a hard pill to swallow, but if the results of the joint investigation are correct, there could be a body hidden in that last location, or at the very least, what remains of one.
What does this mean? Alright, that seems to be... We should go tell Jean what we found.
Co.
Oh, Ventisco.
How's the investigation going? Find anything?
Oh, we found stuff, alright.
I see. So Albedo's researching something that doesn't help his case, huh? You share what you learn with Venti. Not promising. We should be grateful Albedo's true identity remains hidden. If it gets out that he's one of Rhine-Daughter's creations, there'll be no separating him from her past. As we both know, Rhine-Daughter's approach to alchemy and ethics were pure madness, and the evidence you just found, let's just say, could convince even those closest of him of his guilt, perhaps even you. I don't think the handwriting was faked, and the notes also sounded like him. Then it comes down to trust. Do you trust Albedo? Absolutely, I do.
Yeah, he's our friend. We should... And if he really is the culprit, he must have had a reason, right? Maybe he's just not allowed to talk.
Either way, a fair investigation means coming to a conclusion presented by the facts. Does that mean even Venti no longer believes in him? Remaining objective has its own value. Remember, none of this is your fault. Just report back with an honest assessment of the facts.
Yeah. Well, let's go find Jean and tell her what we learned.
There's something else in there, isn't there?
Wait, that's Miles.
Oh, sorry.
It's okay.
I see.
Hold on. You didn't hear...
Oh,
Well, do us a favor and just forget it.
Oh, sure.
That map we found in the hidden compartment seems important. We should check out the marked locations.
Hi, Fangy! 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 Hi, Fangy! X! X! No! Stop trying to marry the people! And I know I'm a nerd, Fangy. You're also a nerd. Oh my god, I said a bad word. Oh? So buff girl is what you are. I'm surprised you didn't use the nerd emoji, ZX. No, you're buff. You don't get to say no to me. You're buff girl now. I don't want to go to Dragon Spine. What the fuck is that emoji? Oh. No! Don't be stinky. Not in my stream. Where the fuck do you want me to go? Father, where does one wish for me to go? Fair enough. Father is demanding me to go to a location I don't know where to go.
You really are
Oh,
one trick pony.
you see, I can't think ever. Thinking is a crime. Why am I trying to still go up? I need to go this way. Oh, I'm Furina now. I'm gonna collect this wonderful rocks. You can never have enough star silver.
We should be getting close.
Although everything is covered in snow, as a seasoned adventurer, you notice a spot on the ground that looks quite different from its surroundings. You remove the snow and find a sizable hole underneath, large enough to fit a human body. But the hole is completely empty, and the surroundings markings make it look like something was dug up. I mean, fair enough. Did an animal do this, or some monster?
Weird. The prosecution's argument is that Albedo used alchemy to destroy the bodies. But this location is different from the other two. Why not fill the hole? Or smooth out the ground like the other places?
If one person did all this, why not remove the traces like the others? And if Albedo isn't the one responsible, why was this location marked in his notes? I thought you were saying Miko 2. 4 hours, 7 weeks. But you were like, oh, no, it's just Miko. I don't know what the fuck that is, and I'm expecting it to appear in my DMs at this point. Fair enough, Fangy. I also want her to turn me to ashes. You're back. Did you find anything?
Yeah, but none of it helps up.
You tell Jean about your findings from Albedo's office. Result, but your efforts are appreciated. Did Albedo submit an appeal? Yes, he asked for a retrial. There are still questions surrounding the identities of the victims and the disappearance of the bodies. The minimum remains that were uncovered have been sent for forensics analysts, which should provide some answers. It's just...
What's wrong?
If the victims turned out to be Mondstadt citizens, the situation becomes all the more serious. The second trial would likely have to be open to the public, and I doubt public sentiment will be in Albedo's favor.
Not when the charges are so...
The second trial is set to take place in 2 days. I hope you consider attending this one as well.
Of course, we'll be there. In the meantime...
Well said. When the time comes, I'll carry out my duty to the best of my ability. Miles. Why is Miles listening in constantly? Damn. I'm so far down on the list, you don't even know where to find me. I wait.
We should meet up with Jean. It's about time for the second trial.
Okay, we're gonna pause again. Honestly, cute as fuck. It was just a little unnerving because I was expecting the other model and did not see the other model. So I was confused, but cute. Cute as hell. Probably would need, for like the fish and stuff, would need to be readjusted to fit this model better. Probably add eventually movements to where there's a little physics there. Probably not enough. Or maybe just make it where the model just is hit somehow. But honestly, cute as hell. Ah, that's so cute. The ears and tail movement, mwah. Maybe maybe the paw could do some movement too, like it's down sometimes and up other times. I don't know. I'm trying to give ideas and I'm just throwing ideas that you get to choose to take. Should be, yeah, but animation is kind of hard. I'll check it after stream. You two, let me know if you're ready and we'll head out. Ready. Alrighty. Have fun. We're following Jean. I can't wait for Dahlia to come out. Dahlia's Japanese voice actor actually voices a character from my rhythm game. Ladies and gentlemen, we now convene for the second trial against Mr. Albedo. I, Jean Gunhilder, once again oversee the proceedings. Go shower, Stinky! Representatives on both sides remain unchanged, and Mr. Dahlia will continue to serve as assessor. Ms. Hertha represents the prosecution, and Mr. Kaya speaks on the behalf of the defense. The defendant in this case, Mr. Albedo, captain of the investigation team. With that, I now bring the trial to order. Ms. Hertha, have the investigators made any new discoveries?
We sent the teeth and the femur bone found at the scene to the church's medical office. In addition, the investigators were able to identify several Mondstadt citizens who appear to have been missing for quite some time.
Yeah, the 1.0 is very cute. I can't wait for you to add more little personalization to her. So, go shower! Father, I do not need to go send you to a nursing home just yet. Go shower.
Forensic analysis of the remains allowed us to pinpoint the age and gender of the deceased. Interestingly, the medical office couldn't spare the personnel, so Miss Rosaria is here to present the results to the court.
Hansel Mann, male, 46 years old, marital status, single, occupation, hunter. Consistent with that of the conclusion in the last trial, his disappearance went unreported, likely due to his lack of relatives. Yes, goth nun. In addition, medical records show that he sustained a mechanism-related injury to his leg 3 years ago. The damage on the femur bone Mr. D-Look found is consistent with such an injury. Therefore, we can conclude that one of the victims in this case is Hansel Mann. A specialized technique was likely used to accelerate the rate of decomposition.
Is it reasonable to assume this technique to be alchemical in nature?
Yeah. Alchemical or magical, both are possible.
Thank you for your testimony.
The identity of one of the victims is now confirmed.
Considering what he wrote in the letter, we can deduce that the defendant needed subjects for an alchemy experiment. Who bet? In other words, he sacrificed the good. In addition, another witness has agreed to testify.
Another one,
Wait,
huh?
Donna from the flower shop?
I'm excited for her too.
I'm sorry it took so long.
Oh!
I was camping with a friend and we decided to stop near Dragonspine. I couldn't I thought it might be nice to, chat. I was terrified the person might see me. Even after if I hadn't wanted to talk to him. I didn't want to come forward because I was scared.
I see. Just stepping forward was brave enough, Miss Donna. The court thanks you for your courage and commitment to justice.
The two witnesses corroborate the same sequence of events.
I believe the answer lies in the alchemical technique mentioned in the letter. The defendant is...
A special investigator also uncovered some relevant evidence on that subject. I will now present to the...
Does she mean...
Yes. The evidence we found in Albedo's office. The following are pieces of evidence uncovered in Mr. Albedo's office, the most important of which is this map. This map was found with the defendant's notes. The markings correspond with the description in the letter and the locations of the crime scenes. Does that map belong to you? Yes. Where were you? Were you the one who marked these locations? Yes. You do realize that's basically an admission of guilt, don't you? The evidence against you is nearly insurmountable. No. Since you uncovered that compartment, I might as well expound on the matter.
We have witnesses and physical evidence.
What I always have. I never killed a single person.
You have some nerve.
Miss Hertha, you presented a convincing case. I'll give you that. But I will not admit to something I didn't do.
So, what? You're just...
That's a rather dismissive way to refer to an innocent man speaking in his own defense. Besides, I'm not making excuses. I'm exercising patience.
That won't make the charges against you.
Perhaps not, but patience comes with its own reward. It's easy for things to remain buried in snow until someone comes along and brushes it away. Albedo seems serious but unfazed. Does that mean he really didn't do anything untoward? He mentioned brushing off the snow. Is that supposed to be a hint? If it was a hint, then it must have something to do with the dragon spider. Some map was found in wasn't it? Ender, you were the one who uncovered the notes then. I'm assuming you visited the third location marked on the map as well. Yes. Can you tell us what you found? You nod your head and give an honest account of the scene you found at on Dragonspine. Whatever was kept in the hole was gone, and the surrounding area bore the markings of an unknown creature. With everything covered in the snow, no one knew there was something to discover in the first place.
There must also have been a body.
I need to think about this. What clues am I missing? The first marked location. The first marked location near my set. Taken together, this evidence seems to just... I don't want to read all that. Donna went live just to get Helix's attention. Not to mention, Donna has been acting strange since before the trial. According to the forensic, and the witness accounts suggest that Albedo was the last person to come into contact with his body. Third marked location is in Dragonspine. There's also claw marks around the outside, but there was no body or any remains whatsoever. The difference between the marked locations. Albedo marked these 3 locations on the map found in a hidden compartment. There are some similarities and differences between them. Based on what we know, all 3 locations were likely to use holes dug in each area with certain big enough. But unlike the first 2 locations, there were claw marks around the hole in the third location, and no witnesses saw anything happen there. So home in all manners of monsters and wild animals. Dug up the body, but why wasn't that the case in the other locations? Marks didn't look fresh, which means the hole in the third location has been there longer than the other two. But the hole in the third location wasn't made around the same time. Does that mean it's connected to a separate incident? Tragic climate is covered in snow all year round. Deep within the mountains lies the remains of even more Durin. Although the dragon has been dead for a long time, he still possesses a particular life energy. A lot of strange things have happened on Dragonspine. Investigation team, but in truth, he's a gold riding daughter. He's also a calculated thinker. It's fair to say that if he did commit a crime, it would likely be well concealed. Up until now, Albedo has never displayed any will towards him. Still likely to seem his friend. I shouldn't reveal the truth. That would make things worse for him. Encounters on Dragonspine. I almost forgot. Paimon once encountered someone on Dragonspine who looked exactly... Weren't the only ones. Wait a second. Someone who... Ah! I'm guessing so I should help him out. But what does that... No, I should play it safe. Since I made an honest assessment, I should be honest with my doubts too. It's only fair. So what was he trying to tell me just now? I'd like to address the court, if I may. I was the one who investigated the office, and I believe the results raise a few questions. Regardless of the cases addressed in the previous trial, it was established that after disposing of the bodies, the defendant used alchemy to restore the ground to its original state. But that wasn't the case at the third location. The hole was still there, with dirt scattered around the perimeter. It looked more like something had been dug up. If that was all done by one person, why wasn't the third scene given the same treatment as the others? Why weren't the traces removed? In addition, the markings around the third location weren't fresh, which suggests that the Dragonspine incident happened at a different time. Okay. For those reasons, I believe there is still a reasonable doubt in this case, and I hope that the verdict reflects that. Thank you.
Questions there may be, but allow me to point out, there is no evidence to suggest that that fact alone makes him the most plausible suspect.
Allow me to respond to Ender's point. If I cared about what was proving my innocence, I would indeed do as you described, Miss Hertha, and deny any connection to that map. But that is not what I intend to do. The map does belong to me, and I did hide things at those 3 locations. Those were indeed bodies at each location on Dragonspine.
So
You're mistaken, Miss Hertha. The story doesn't end there. Some time ago, I encountered an uninvited guest on Dragonspine, someone who also wanted to take advantage of the deserted nature of the region to eliminate me in secret. His desire to kill me led to an altercation where I killed him instead and buried the body on the mountains, the third location marked on the map.
Actually, the traveler Amber Bennett and I were with Albedo that day. The Adventurers Guild was holding an event on Dragonspine. After it ended, we all left the area. If the person Albedo is referring to is different from the one we encountered on the mountain, then the altercation must have occurred after we left.
This only proves that the defendant is guilty on all counts.
No, you're wrong.
Deny it?
If you would let me finish, Miss Hertha, I could get to the important parts. The man who attacked me on Dragonspine was my height, with blonde hair and blue eyes, dressed in clothes nearly identical to mine. So someone who happens to look exactly like you. Exactly like him? So it's alright, it doesn't come to back.
It's one thing to look similar.
What's going on?
Regardless, the important thing...
Yes, I killed someone that day, someone who looked nearly identical to me, but I never said that someone was a person. I see, then it appears I need to withdraw my testimony.
What? Everyone! I brought her!
Wait.
What's going on?
You? Hello to you, too.
As you can see, this is Hertha, the logistic captain of the Knights of Livonia.
I see what's going on here. It's all been leading up to this. You want to undermine my credibility?
Order in the court. I've been stationed in Dragonspine all these years because that's where the subject of my research lies. The dragon, Durin. Several hundred years ago, the dragon of the east, Davalin, defeated Durin in battle, and with the help from Barbados, sealed his remains on Dragonspine. Durin was created through alchemy, one of the finest specimens of artificial life. As such, death was not a true end for him. His heart still beats and grows more revitalized by the day. My imposter on Dragonspine was a failed specimen abandoned in Durin's stomach, an unsuccessful iteration of the homunculus project.
Homunculus?
Are you trying to insinuate that I'm some kind of homunculus? Because it look. So this is what I look like when I fly off the handle. You know, they say imitation is the best form of flattery, but your impersonation has overstayed its welcome. Master Jean, what are you waiting for? We've known each other for so...
The two of you look identical, but judging based on demeanor, the new arrival actually seems more like the Hertha I know.
That means nothing! By that logic, I could just as easily accuse the albedo in this room. How do we know he isn't the fake one? Then, how about something only the real Hertha would know? The longest scar on my body. The knights who fought alongside me that day should remember where it is.
I remember. Let's hear your answer.
I'd like to hear Miles' answer first.
Huh?
You don't know? Or you don't remember? I heard you've been acting strange these days. Disoriented? Confused? You were closer to me than anyone during that battle. And yet you don't remember a thing. Strange indeed.
No, my head.
The scar is right here.
Why the nerves? I can't imagine this comes as a surprise. Unless your informant on the Knights of Avonius failed to mention the scar in Hertha's left
Albedo
arm.
has done a lot of research into beings like you. If you deny it, then show us your arm.
No need to panic. You can't just add it now. You excel at changing your appearance, don't you? Or should I say, all spawn of Durin's life force have the ability. A powerful life force, an appearance you can change at will, yet here you stand, formless. Stand formless one, paralyzed to act, because you're worried using that power could affect your accomplices. Accomplishments, that... Miles must be one of them! There are others, too. Most of the beings under the influence of Durin's life force have gathered here, and yet their presence is what impedes her from taking action. Once you attempt to transform, all who surround you will be affected by your power. You can't control it because in the network of living beings, you serve as the core.
Show us your arm. Ugh!
Whoa!
Come on, let's go.
Hey, they're shielding the imposter!
She's trying to get away. Stop her. Don't let anyone stand in your way.
Trying to get in. Must be more people under her control.
Time to get moving, everyone.
Whoa! She just leaped across the room!
After her!
It's time. All units move out. Third company, keep on the imposter's trail. We finally have a chance to talk, but before I explain the events of the past few days, I'd like to make a few things clear. First, I never killed any of my fellow citizens, and I never used human remains as a part of an alchemical experiment. Second, the events of the past few days were all part of a plan. Most of the members of our order were on it. As for the witnesses, Master D-Luke picked up on the situation long before today's proceeding. Well, that's quite an involved plan. Indeed, follow me. I am a human. A mere little child.
What? How are there monsters in the city?
There are all monsters from Dragonspine. An attack is imminent, but fear not. We've been preparing for this. We've been monitoring the resurgence of Durin's life force. Its festering nature agitated these monsters. We knew it was only a matter of time before they advanced on Mondstadt, and so we made preparations for an inevitable battle. I was hoping you two could join me and provide assistance in the battle to come.
Where's our first stop?
The top of the city wall.
Captain Albedo, honorary knight, and your floating companion.
Some of the people around here are acting strange. Be careful.
I want to kill. This is why I like Kniech. It's so much easier.
10 points for agility.
Okay.
Supercall, it's you.
Coming to be.
You're in for a little shock.
Burst forth. Witness my great undertaking.
Phew, it's been a while since I unleashed my lightning during Windbloom.
It happened a lot before?
Unleashing lightning on people? No. Once in a while, maybe. It sure feels good to let loose, though. Ha! My old professor even wrote up to me about that a few days ago. Of course, I made sure to emphasize that I always treat others with kindness. It's only natural for a student to inherit their teacher's way, after all. And mine was a gentle old man from the Spontamod school. So you see, this time I only used gentle methods of electrocution. So gentle, even Jean would have no reason to intervene.
Gentle.
You seem to be in good spirits, Miss Lisa. Well, it's good to move about every once in a while. You are the closest one. Sucrose! Mr. Albedo! Ender! Everything good here?
All good. A few monsters made it to the city, but Master Diluc and Master Kaya helped me take care of them.
Not long ago. Oh, we get to be them? Fuck!
Freeze.
Animo test 6308. Stand clear.
Burn. Dodge this. This moment will be frozen.
Absorption test. Swirl, Mark 2.
Cool it.
Where are all these monsters coming from? My sword hand is cramping.
Wait, I think that's Captain Kaya's voice. Maybe he's coming to help. Just hang in there.
Fantastic job defending this place, you two. We'll take it from here.
Oh, hey, I'm fine. It's your leg we should be worried.
Swan, Lawrence, you should both get treated at the church. Don't push yourselves. We'll take care of things here.
But, Master Diluc...
What are knights the only ones capable of defending the gate? It's fine. Master Diluc is just altruistic, as always. If a civilian is willing to help out, who are we to turn him away?
Understood. We're grateful.
Yeah. Thanks a million. We'll be back soon.
Yippee! I have some spare time right now, so I was planning to make some potions to help the people fighting. A sound plan. Remember to be careful. I know it's unlikely, but if you encounter a situation you can't handle, retreat to somewhere safe. Don't worry about the front line. Understood!
Hold firm. Dragon up.
Vile beasts! They shall not tolerate such a transgression. I'm not speaking Fischl. Fuck! Hey, Fischl.
Ah, that's the traveler's voice.
You arrived at the most opportune time, Vassal. Sword at the ready.
Coming to be.
Fear not, the foul monsters have been cast into the void.
Mein Fräulein means to say that you should refrain from going out for the time being.
All right. Oh, thank you. But, I've never seen a bird that can,
no need to worry. I'm Mein Fräulein's humble servant.
You can trust them, I promise.
Oh, no, of course. I didn't mean it that way at all.
No matter. My vassals have unfinished duties, yes? Then go forth and smite these wretched beasts. The princess's blessing shall illuminate your path. I hate that I can speak some of what she says. Is this why I learned big words?
Are you running away?
Welcome back! Hi, Bingy! I'm like an excited puppy. Yay! Venti! Venti!
Hey, Venti!
Shoot, someone's coming. Oh, no. I love him.
It's a freak out, it's just us.
Perfect. I can drop the axe. Sorry, thought you were regular citizens. It's about time. I think we can proceed as planned. I agree. Although it's been a while since I dealt with something this big, it's gonna be pretty exhausting. Don't worry, I'll treat you to a drink for your trouble. Just what I wanted to hear.
So, these two know the other's identity then?
People can make new friends when we're not here, you know. Damn! Monsters started surging in from Dragonspine during the trial. They soon became agitated, likely in response to the core coming under pressure. Still, I never expected these monsters to have become this advanced. You really are! The power of evolution cannot be underestimated, especially considering the fact that Durin absorbed the previous imposter.
Wait, so what about the map?
What the witnesses saw was true. I did hide those bodies. As I monitored the situation on Dragonspine, I noticed that many who ventured there came back different. Some were under the influence of Durin's power, but the less fortunate ones had already been devoured by the monsters, who then assumed their appearance to infiltrate the city. Most of those who were placed had no close relatives, so when their behavior changed, there was no one to notice. The monsters who used their disguise to get use their disguise to get close to people. I eliminated 2 who attempted to attack.
What about the remains D-Luke found? Did they...
Yes, the monster slowly digested their victims. Sometimes they even left behind body parts to aid the transformation. All that remained of the first victim was a few strands of hair, and the second, some teeth and bone. The only bodies Albedo destroyed were the monster's mimic forms. Then he buried whatever remained of the victims to put them to rest. Well, someone had to do it. Besides, I managed to gather some valuable data on the petrification of the bodies. After we defeated that doppelganger wallflower on Dragonspine, we promised to tell each other a story, remember? You told me the story of a gardener. I remember. I'm glad. Then you remember what I told about Subject 2. In his pursuit to replace Subject 1, he transformed a wallflower into Subject 3. So there was another imposter on Dragonspine that day. Yes, that would be Subject 2. I confronted him and buried his body on Dragonspine. So you see, at one point, there was something hidden in that hole you found. But Durin is becoming more revitalized by the day. Under the influence of his power, the monsters dug up Subject 2's body and returned it to Durin's stomach. Durin absorbed the failed creation along with his knowledge and the way of thinking. Ever since then, all creatures spawned from his power had the ability to transform their appearance. Humans who venture into Dragonspine for too long are also bound to fall under Durin's influence, but those effects don't show themselves right away, and the extent of which a person has been affected is hard to perceive. You saw it for yourself, didn't you? All the people acting strange, those are the same people who just tried to break into the Knights of Avonia's headquarters. Durin's power remained dormant within them until finally it surged to the surface and seized control. That was also our goal. If we could force a situation where the imposter had no choice but to unleash that power, all those under its influence would become violent, and thus we would know who was affected.
Wait, so... what do we do?
That's why I'm here. It would make me look bad if I just laze around after promising to help. We will use the power of Anima to restrain them for now. That should give the knights the chance to subdue them without harm. A specialized team will deal with them later. Alright, that's the long and short of the situation. It's time to activate that thing, right? Yes, so if there are little secrets other people shouldn't know, my identity, for example, keeping it to yourself, okay? Alright, this should do it. They didn't even do the bard music! No! This is a crime! This is unjust that they didn't even do the lyre!
Paimon's never seen this many!
There should be now be one current across the whole city. Everyone, can you hear me? Loud and clear. All units. What's your stud?
We have enough manpower to provide support. Requesting assistance at the side gate. Heading over now.
Whoa! It's long-distance wind communication.
It's all thanks to Lord Barbados. With his blessing, we'll succeed in defending our city. Actually, if you face away from the curtain, whisper like this, no one can hear you.
No wonder you're crouching down there like you have some...
You didn't have to broadcast that.
That voice. Venti? Is that you?
Oops.
You know, just a wandering bard calling for help. Thank goodness Ender Paimon and Albedo find me. Got me out of a tough spot. Alright, now that you're okay, we should go check on the status of other areas. Thanks, friend. May the Anima Archon protect you. I got things covered here. Oh no! Venti's going to cause murder. Is it time? I don't like being in the middle like this, especially on a bridge. I think we should do get help. No, get help's embarrassing. Help! My brother needs help! Oh, look who it is. Ha! Get back! Phew, that was a close one. I suppose thanks are in order, Master D. Look, I appreciate the help. No need, I didn't intervene to save you. It was for my own convenience. You were in my way. Oh, well, let me get out of your hair then. I suppose we could work together, but you would just melt my ice anyway. Suit yourself. Alright, tell me, when did you notice something was off? The first trial. Ah, because of the fake hurt. No, because of you. Me? What did I do? My defense wasn't passionate enough. No, you weren't nervous enough. Tell me then, Master Deluc, when do you think I actually get nervous? I suppose we'll see, won't we? Monsters incoming. On second thought, best not to think about it.
Time for retribution!
You fucker!
Oh, so sorry.
You fuck!
Retribution! Damn you! Don't get frostbite. Freeze. Verdict dodge this.
Yippee!
They're over there! Dilu, Kaya!
If you had time to make it out here, I'm guessing the other areas are secure?
What? We can't be here because we care?
Maybe this was just the closest spot to the city gate? Maintaining control over the main roads means maintaining control over the battle as a whole. You made the right choice. All under control. Don't worry. My trusty civilian volunteer and I have this area covered. I think you mean the man who held the title of cavalry captain before you. Oh. Damn! Also, Albedo! Yes! Yo, report them! We don't have to bring that up. Well, keep up the good work. We'll go check on the status of the other locations. Good luck! Good luck. Oh, and I wanted to thank you for what you said in court. If I'm not mistaken, you were on my side at the end, by the end. Believe me, he's had his suspicions since the first trial. I suppose it just didn't feel right to believe that someone who helped me in the past could be a cold-blooded killer.
Aw, that's so sweet.
Thank you for trusting me and for choosing to fight alongside us. As for you, Kaya, good work as always. We'll see you soon. Of course. Stay safe. And we run again. Kimmy! Hi, Kimmy, darling. My little moth.
Let's dance.
Fuck. Alright, you should be on the mend.
Thank you so much, Miss Barbara. Things are still quite chaotic outside. It's best if you all remain inside the...
You're not rushing back out to the front line, are you? You're still injured.
Don't worry, Miss Barbara. I'll try not to put myself in harm's way.
Well, maybe we can give you a hand. As you said, the situation outside is chaotic. Injured parties should not be left unattended. There are others here who need to get back to the front line, so I'll escort you all myself.
Of course.
Just doing my job. I'll leave the cathedral to you then, Barbara. You can count on me! I don't really know how all of this started, but I do know that Jean and the others have been preparing for this for a really long time, so I think everything will be alright. No, it has to be. Did I catch you at a bad time, Barbara? No, not at all. Did you need something? I just wanted to tell you that over the next few days, a lot of things are going to happen in monster attacks and fighting, so I need you to take care of yourself. Huh? How do you know? Albedo warned us in advance. It has something to do with Dragonspine, and he's our authority on that region, so we should take him at his word. Dragonspine, huh? So the city is going to be in danger? Yes, but the Knights of Avonius will do whatever we can to protect the people. But then, who will protect you? Don't worry, I'll look out for myself, I promise. Please let them be okay out there. Sister Barbara, could you lend me a hand? Ah, of course, coming. Mona! Noelle! Benny! Amber and Mika! They're here! Prepare for battle! On guard, everyone. Incoming monsters at 11 o'clock. Looks like we got 25 Halo Trolls, 2 Blaze Axe Mated Trolls, and a bunch of different slime. Prepare elemental countermeasures. Roger that. Geronimo!
Let it rain. Engaging. Yeah, let's keep going, team. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, fair enough.
Are now in position. Bertha! Oh, jeez, your voice scared me just now.
What? Still caught up in the imposter incident? I thought you knew about the plan.
Well, after you up and disappeared one day, all Master Jean told me was that you'd be gone for a while on an important mission, and that it'd be better if people thought you were dead. And then, what do you know? Someone who looks exactly like you appears out of nowhere 2 days later. If Master Jean hadn't told me about your mission, I would have fallen...
Yeah, that's quite a scary thought. I get chills just thinking about it. A monster replacing someone close to you, and you're none the wiser? When you shoot someone and it literally gives the explosion hit effect, they better damn well take damage, and it just yeah, it better. And that sucks. Don't worry, once this is over, these monsters won't be a threat to us again. Aww. Damn. Albedo, are you okay? The trial wasn't too hard on you, was it? I'm sorry I couldn't be there. I was so worried. Same here. I thought it was all real at one point. I was in complete shock. No! Don't accidentally give yourself nerve damage. So you didn't know, Amber. Then it seems Eula did an excellent job at keeping the situation under wraps. And no need to worry, you two. I'm no worse for wear. Don't give yourself nerve damage. That sounds like Eula, alright? She's like an impenetrable wall. That one. You're not getting a secret out of her.
For sure. She's someone you can really count on.
Wait, so how did you decide Hertha should disappear again? After all this fun.
It was Kaya's suggestion. He said the plan would work best with someone well-known and reputable without being too high profile. Naturally, Miss Hertha was the perfect choice. We needed to leave a hole in our organization, so she came up with the idea that she would disappear. Ah, so that explains the rumor that someone had fallen during a mission. Of course, it didn't take long for that to get resolved. Oh no! No, because the imposter fell right into our trap. It was a part of the plan. First, we spread the rumor that Hertha was missing in action after some kind of incident. The news came from Kaya and Hertha's direct subordinates, which was important because we needed to be credible. The imposter saw the gap in our ranks and couldn't help but take the bait. It didn't take long for the fake Hertha to appear in the night's patrol route, claiming to have survived her mission.
When did that happen?
Over 6 months ago.
Whoa, so this has been a long time in the making.
Yes, and our enemy was more meticulous than we expected. Monsters have been searching for Herta's body in order to protect the imposter's identity, which is a more advanced way of thinking than Subject 2. So we had to wait long enough to convince the fake Herta that she had our trust. Furthermore, we needed to give her some time to gather evidence against me and convince herself she had enough to strike.
But how did the Knight's internal information even reach Durin and his monsters?
There's an informant among our ranks.
Don't worry, Barbados already tracked her down. She doesn't have his blessing, so she can't hear what we're talking about right now.
Honestly, this whole situation almost gave Paimon a heart attack. All those awful accusations in the first trial, and you couldn't even...
It was to be expected. I couldn't just reveal the truth. It had to be at the right moment, or it would have given the imposter even more fuel to use against me. She would have demanded to know how I knew about Dragonsvine and the monsters in disguise. And if my true identity got out, the public's trust in me would be gone. It was a trap, you see. Argue back and expose my origins, or keep my mouth shut and be seen as a murderer. Credit where credit is due. It was well thought out.
Yeah, thank goodness we were able to back her into a corner.
Indeed, and I have you to thank for that, Ender. You probably didn't know it, but you've been a part of the plan since the beginning. Me? But I didn't even know there was a plan. And for that, you have my sincere apologies. I know I kept you in the dark, but I had a reason. This might not seem intuitive, but I did it to make the plan even stronger. From the beginning, I knew how to leave the letters in my office for a fair and independent reader to discover. Someone willing to seek the truth. Naturally, I thought of you. I knew you would return for Windbloom. I knew you would agree to attend the trial. And I knew your sense of responsibility and justice as an honorary knight would compel you to start your own investigation. The fake Hertha, Subject 2, has met you on Dragonspine before. If she thought even you had lost faith in me, her confidence might get the best of her. The perfect time for us to strike. Albedo's right. You were part of our plan from the start. I hope you didn't take offense at our decision to keep this from you. And please don't be too hard on Albedo. He was just doing his best to look out for Mondstadt, even though even enough people were involved in the plan as it was. We had no other choice. The honorary knight and Paimon will always be friends of Mondstadt. We will never forget that.
Aww, that means a lot.
In that case, thank you for thinking of me. It was an honor to take part. Sorry, I had to turn my fan on. It's the only place my bed sits in my new place is above my vent. So I have no AC in my room, so I have to resort to using a fan. It is us who should be thanking you, honorary knight. Who's next?
Wait, was that you just now? check it out.
I'm at the cat's tail, why not? Hi, Donna. Diona. Diona. Ah! These darn things are more annoying than disguising booze hounds. Albedo, Ender, if you run into anyone who needs a safe space to wait this out, be free to send them to the cat's tail. I'll be to watch over things, so the tavern will be safe. Thank you, Diona. We'll be sure to do just that. Oh, I walked by Benny and it. Yeah.
When I saw you on the side of the road, I thought... Oh gosh, I'm so sorry about that. I was trying to run away, but I just couldn't keep going, so I pretended to be... I get it. That's a pretty common tactic. Oh.
If you're looking for somewhere safe, head to the cat's tail. Diona is sheltering people there. Anyone who needs help is welcome.
I'll take her there right away.
Thank you, Benny.
You really are a one-trick pony, you know.
Yippee!
It's all my fault. I knew Klee was fast, but disappearing like this?
Explain what?
Oh no.
Albedo,
We're providing mobile support across the region. Was there something you needed to explain? You can tell me anything. I hope you know that.
Plus, we kinda already heard what you said.
Just tell us. There's nothing to be afraid of.
Klee, she disappeared right under...
I see. Please don't beat yourself up. Klee is...
Something's coming this way.
Alright, fighting first. Conversation later. Where's our Klee? Where's Klee? Where's my child?
She was right next to me. And the next thing I knew, she ran off somewhere. I swear I only lost sight of her for a second. Shut her! More speed.
Jumpy, go!
Those bombs. I see what you mean. She's not to be underestimated.
Feel this ancient power.
Klee! Where's my child?
We won!
Great work, Klee. I'll be counting on you to protect Eula next time, too.
Albedo, you can't be...
No problem. Just leave it to Klee. Are you going to on patrol, Mr. Albedo? Klee? Heard you went camping for a few days. And these monsters followed you back home.
Ah, right.
That's right. So, I need to report back to Master Jean to settle my expenses. If you have some time, I'm sure Eula would be grateful if you were to escort her back to headquarters as well.
Of course. I place myself in your capable hands, Spark Knight.
It would be an honor. Klee will do her best.
Eula playing along? Women! I love how my first wind bloom ends in violence. Jean! That should be it for now. Good work, everyone. How did we fare, injury-wise?
Good. Our preparations paid off. Injuries are few and far between. I have the full record here.
Wonderful. I'll review in a bit. Everyone all right?
Amber?
Yep. Right as rain. We're back. Clee cut Miss Eula saved the whole way.
That's amazing, Clee. Eula was lucky to have you. Looks like we're still missing a few. Reporting back, Master Jean. Mission complete. Good to have you back safe and sound. And great work, everyone. This operation could not have happened without you all. Your leadership is what made it possible, Master Jean. It's been a busy few days. You should take a well-deserved break. I will, but I believe you deserve one most of all. My work isn't finished, I'm afraid. I have a few loose ends to tie up. Loose ends? Ah, yes, of course.
Master Chief? What?
We can talk about it back at headquarters. Ender and Paimon should be there too. Alright, everyone who has finished their work should head back to their quarters or to the church to get some rest. Want to come with us, Clee? We can drink some tea and eat some freshly baked moon pies.
Yes! Yes!
Venti! Hi, everyone! Venti, thank you for everything. I know there were difficult moments along the way. Ah, well, wait, does that mean you saw me running for my life? No apologies, just forget I said anything. Just kidding, but you're right. It was tough out there. I almost lost my hat to the wind several times. Any notable information on the wind? Of course, I was out on the city wall for quite some time. I heard all sorts of things. As for something notable, well, I picked up an anxious voice in a child's anger. Durin has been isolated for centuries, but absorbing Subject 2's emotions allowed him to understand certain truths about this world and his existence, including the fact that he's no longer Mother's only child. Or her most perfect creation. It's obvious he found that fact a little difficult to accept. The emotion he felt in response were quite genuine and, dare I say, human. If I eliminate the perfect creation, I will be the only child Mother needs. This mindset arose out of Durin's instincts to compete and survive and came to dominate all those around him. Of course, the absorption of Subject 2's knowledge allowed him to take a more intelligent approach, accusing me of murder. In the end, however, Durin still lacks sufficient social intelligence. The fact that his army even got this far is a fair miracle.
No wonder Venti sensed a child's anger through the wind.
The same feeling. It's close. Ah, Miss Phonia. Here to make your report?
Oh, nothing much to report, actually.
No, go ice it! Is that so? During the battle, we were talking about your transfer to the 7th Company. You were in charge of patrols and post-battle reconnaissance this time. How did everything go?
Good. No problems.
Fair enough. I see. If you don't mind me asking, why did you come from that direction? And why are you alone? Did you think we were still meeting at the side gate? There was a change of plans. We sent the message over the wind in the last few minutes of the battle. There were a lot of changes during the operation, but I imagine you missed those as well. Because you're under Durin's influence, and you have been since your trip to Dragonspine over 6 months ago. Don't move. Let's continue the discussion back at headquarters. Don't be scared. I'll figure out a way to free you from this power soon. Yippee! I'm so happy that Albedo actually isn't guilty and it was just an entire ruse. I honestly was so confused by what the trial meant. Restless as a child? Damn! That's cold. Alright, the others are looking after Phonia. Please tell me you can help her. Oh! I can, as long as the rest of the operation goes well.
Wait, the operation isn't over. What do we do now?
What happens next is more of a personal project. I consulted Venti about the possibility of calling a tripartite conference. Yes, that's a relatively new tradition. Grandmaster Varka came up with the idea a few years ago. I still remember when he approached me about asking the lovely ladies of the Hexen Circle for a small favor. The chumminess caught me off guard. If I had known any different, I'd have thought he was talking about his older sisters or something.
Older sisters? Is Varka really young or something?
No. I wouldn't exactly call him young, but he's not old either. He's the type to crack a joke at every opportunity, so whatever age that is. Indeed. Anyway, the conference is a gathering of 3 parties: the Hexen Circle, the Animal Archon, and the joint forces of the Knights in the Church of Avonius. I'm just happy she's involved in the game again after... How long? Yeah. Lord Barbados was able to calculate a meeting between Varka and the mages. Varka has quite a way with words, so was able to gain their favor and convince them to agree to a very important request. Namely, that in Mondstadt's greatest time of need, the mages would return and lend them aid to our nation. Yes, and now I have a request of my own, and I need the conference to convene once again. Venti, if you would. Please what? What do you want from me? I'm scared! Of course, Ender, pass me the Dodo communication device.
Thing, I want you to know, I can't speak well. I don't know. I can look at words, but I can't read them sometimes. I am partially illiterate.
Just watch and learn. Okay, I think this should do it. Facilitate.
What's that ringing? Is it the wind or something?
Hold on, that's not the right voice. Varka? Grandmaster? Oops, I put in the wrong number. Sorry, Varka. You're probably busy right now.
But considering I'm surrounded on both sides with a group on my tail looking to turn me into mincemeat...
Yes, well, have fun with that. We can talk some other time.
Alright, pass along my regards. Oh, and I still owe you for those drinks, don't I? Just...
Hey! He was just about to tell us where to find a secret stash!
Don't tell me he hid it beneath the great tree of Windrise. That seems like a bit much. He probably is.
Hello? Who is this?
Greetings, Miss Alice. It's Venti. You're really gonna tease me like this? Fine. It's Barbados.
Apologies, just a bit of fun. What can I do for you, dear Barbados?
Alice! My love! Can I marry her? You still remember that conference, right? I'm calling it on behalf of a friend. He's asking for a meeting. She is British!
Oh? And which brave soul is it this time?
It's me, Aunt Alice. Albedo, Captain of the Knights of Avonius Investigation Team, requests a formal meeting with the Hexen Circle.
And what is your wish, dear Albedo?
I want to accomplish something unprecedented.
How unprecedented? Something even your mother Rhine-daughter never accomplished?
In terms of technique, no, but in terms of location and materials, yes.
Okay,
You've piqued my interest. I'll be right there.
Be right where? Here? As in this office?
Hello again, everyone.
They still haven't done an Alice review. I just want to see how hot she is. Hello, Aunt Alice. I see you've turned yourself into a giant Dodoko.
Darling, isn't it? It even has its own hat.
wow. The attention to detail.
I do too. The plushie's so cute.
Pleasure to see you all again. It's been a while. On behalf of the Hexen Circle, I hereby grant Albedo's request. I'm guessing you still need to prepare? Take your time. Just come find me at the long table when you're ready.
Aw, that's nice of you.
Huh, I suppose it's just my nature, darling.
Yes! Thank you, Aunt Alice. Before we set out, there's someone you need to meet. Head to my office. He's waiting for you there. It's time! 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 I know who it is! Yes!
Why Albedo always keeps his office closed?
No. No, it isn't. Paimon. Yes! Got myself out of sight. I thought people might be scared of me.
Oh, don't worry. We aren't scared of you.
Thanks.
So, what brings you here?
I did sneak off to the festival for a bit. Even though I couldn't play the games because of all the people, I still had a lot of fun. But that's not why I'm here. Albedo and I made a promise to accomplish something great together. I know! It's why I've been excited for this event, because I saw a little peek of him and I got... Ah! I know! He shows up... I hope he becomes a playable character. And you'll find out what I mean by that soon. I'm going to replace the Durin on Dragonspine. I'm going to be the one who is revived and brought into this world.
Wait, didn't that already happen?
Sorry, I should be more specific. Albedo said he can use alchemy to turn me into a human.
What?
Human transmutation. So you're Albedo's intended subject. Yeah, he's been working on it for a long time.
And that's what you want, Mini Durin?
Yeah!
Human?
I don't know if want is the right word. I don't even know if there's a right answer in a situation like this. But I do know this. I have just as much of a right to this name. I don't want to lose it to the other Durin. Becoming human isn't as simple as changing form. I know, Albedo talked to me about that. He said the Durin on Dragonspine is a lot more aggressive and primitive. Almost like a beast. But Mom created me in the storybook. The pure parts of me can balance out the evil parts of him. Yes, become vampire. But do remember, you will be hated a lot. If I'm honest, I don't know what that will look like. If I can still be me once I become one with that part of him. Yeah, true. I constantly became a werewolf in the game, I'm not gonna lie. Mainly because there was a game time I was trying to become a werewolf and became a vampire instead, and no matter what I did, I couldn't cure myself. I lost so much. My husband, my dear, dear husband is gone. Maybe without a complete soul, there was never really a me to begin with. Albedo said that these are kind of questions are normal. We're all just trying to figure out who we are. But I'm not afraid of change. I want my life to have meaning, and suppressing an evil dragon, becoming human, both sound pretty meaningful to me. So don't worry, no one is forcing me to make this choice.
Well, turning you into a human sounds like a huge project. No wonder Albedo wants to get the Mage's approval.
Yeah, I'm really grateful to him. We're kinda in the same boat, you know. Albedo told me he's a synthetic human, and if this works, I'll be one too. We will be the only two of our kind in this whole world. Alchemical creations allowed to live in human form. If all living things are grouped together by species and there's only one other person like me in this world, I guess that makes us family. Fair enough.
Definitely. You've just gotta trust one another. Actually, while we're on the subject, does your friend Hack Guy know about this?
Why don't you just call him Wanderer? Yeah, I told him I was coming here to fulfill this duty. He didn't try to stop me, just told me to get a move on then. He didn't say it outright, but I think he supports my decision. Maybe even think it's a good idea to go through with this. I'm a little scared, of course, but excited too! Anyway, I'm really glad I got to talk to you at a time like this. I feel a lot better now, so thanks! My baby! I'm feeling a little nervous, but also kind of excited. It's a strange feeling. I've never felt anything like this. But don't worry, I can cope. I gotta do my best to stay in a good frame of mind, so that Albedo's plan can succeed. Oh, you like my little emotions for him? I would gladly become Mini Durin's VA. I would gladly. I don't care if I'm only here and there sometimes. I will do it. Oh, there's a third floor. No, I want up. I want upsies.
Is this really necessary?
You're higher? Where are you? You're lower. Are you really? Are you in the mysterious room? Yes! Why? That's a pretty chessboard. Hold on. Alice!
Welcome, one and all. Please sit wherever you like.
So, no unspoken rules to be aware of? I don't want to be unwilling to park myself down on some important lady's chair.
I highly doubt anyone's going to mind where you sit, Lord Barbados. But thank you for being so considerate.
Oh, she is the Crimson Witch.
Jean didn't fancy tagging along?
A lot happened in the city today. If she left, there really would be no one around to lead the Knights of Avonia.
Right, never mind. I was just hoping to treat her to some tea. Oh. So, tell me, Albedo, what is this outrageous and audacious plan of yours that I've been hearing murmurings about?
I'll get right to the point. I intend to kill the evil dragon, the evil Durin and Dragonspine. Yeah, it really does. It's why I've been saying the TC card of the Crimson Witch might be Alice, because there's a reason Klee probably has that red hat during the summer event back with Idia.
Oh?
And I'd also like to request some regiments from the Hexen Circle.
Which ones? I'm all ears.
First would be the flesh of the immortal monster from the Mare Javari.
Interesting. What else?
The other is a portion of the embryo left by my mother, Rhindaughter.
The raw material from which she created her monsters in the past. There's not much of it left. Dragon blood, monster flesh, and embryo. Sounds to me like a formula for creating life.
Correct. Durin's heart has continued to beat ever since the day he died. That means if it's just a matter of time before he eventually returns, it could be centuries away or millennia, but that day will come. I spent years investigating in Dragonspine, so I'm well aware of the danger he poses. He has already posed a considerable threat to Mondstadt at less than half of his original strength. There's no telling how dire the consequence could be if he ever regained his full life force. Hence, if we want to be free of dangers posed by his blood and limitless vitality, we must find a way to eliminate Durin entirely. Unfortunately, Durin is a special entity. Even after death, he could reawaken at any moment. Okay! So, the solution is to kill him and then resurrect him in a different form. Upon resurrection, he will no longer be the creature he once was. In fact, he will no longer be a monster at all, because I intend to transform him into a human-like being. During the summer, Klee and I visited a fairy tale world called Simulanka. It's created by mages from the Hexen Circle. I'm sure you know of it.
Of course. It was even the home of one of M's children, the other Oh, I see.
It was during that journey that I learned with certainty that Durin would return to life one day. The experience inspired me. I met the pure soul M had created, and I knew if I wanted to change Durin's fate, he could be the key. To the end, I devised a model for the transmutation. The soul will come from the fairy tale dragon of Simulanka, the blood from the original dragon's heart, and the monster remnants from the Marjavari, and the embryo, mother left behind, will form the flesh. The corrosive nature of the dragon venom and the heightened vitality of the monster remnants will offset each other, keeping the constructed body in perfect balance. A powerful side effect can be triggered when festering these life force energies and collide. In an alchemical setting, the results are sure to be nothing short of astounding. Sorry, my cat just cried at me, and I only heard it over my speaking.
The glint in your eye when you talk about these ideas.
Baby, why are you crying?
Mother's child.
You don't see that as a bad... Do you see that as a bad thing yet, Alice? Hold on.
The glint in your eye when you talk about these ideas. You really are your mother's child.
She's now... Okay, she's only been in events that ended where we can't have access to her voice anymore. So having her in a story quest, an Archon quest, where her voice will stay. I hope she becomes a playable character one day.
Of course not. To me, you're both extraordinary individuals. I find you fascinating. In any case, now I see why you asked Venti for help. The raw materials you seek are extremely valuable. The misuse of even the tiniest amount could cause unimaginable chaos. That said, we're happy to give you what you need. But there is one condition. You need to prove you can win them. And so, you must pass the Hexen Circle's trial.
Hexen Circles. I know what the trial is! I understand. I figured something like this might happen. That's why I asked Ender to come along. You're not even gonna try to talk me into it? Oh, you need convincing? I thought you wanted to keep an eye on me. Who knows what sort of outlandish things I might attempt without someone to keep me in check. Fine, I'm not gonna argue with you.
So you know our tricks, huh?
Aunt Alice has always loved the spectacle. Any chance to witness friends come together to support one another.
Well, success means little if you have no one to celebrate it with, no? Although, I'm afraid dear Paimon will have to sit this one out.
What?
The Hexen Circle trials are no walk in the park, my dear. Besides, I already decided on the structure. There's only room for 2 participants, I'm afraid. No more, no less. You understand, don't you, Paimon? Oh, don't be too angry with your dear aunt.
Your Auntie Alice! Ah!
Okay. You can turn off the charm. Paimon will stay behind.
Aww! Paimon sounds so little! I don't like her VA, but she sounds so little!
Thank you for being so understanding. Then, whenever you two are ready, interact with the chessboard on the table. It will guide you through the trial.
Then let me make a formal request. Will you go through this trial with me? Of course. Are you ready, Ender? Just about.
Then, my dear children, get ready for a taste of the Dodo King's magic.
I love Alice's VA! Wah! Oh no. We're tiny! We've been tinied! I was about to make a joke, and then I'm like, no, let's not joke about Kimmy. Kimmy's height again. Hold on. It certainly is keeping with Hexen Circle model tees. We've been shrunken down to the chess piece size. I don't like how menacing Alice looks.
Whoa, you're so tiny now. Take extra care of yourselves, okay?
What is it? Nothing. It's just Paimon's voice is even louder than usual now I'm this size. She's always so energetic and lively. Nothing can dampen her spirits. Don't worry, you'll be back with her again in no time.
You sound pretty confident, Albedo.
Alice, I didn't realize you'd be personally conducting the trial.
Well, since your mother has to recuse herself, who better than I to put your abilities to the test? I have prepared quite a riveting new performance just for you two. See? Defeat them in battle. Prove to me that you have what it takes to achieve your goal. Swashbuckle your way to victory like gallant fairy tale heroes.
We're fighting the chess set.
Live!
Strike.
My mistake. Moment of birth.
King and Queen should present a united front.
This way. Shower me.
Feel this ancient power.
It had to be this form? A toy really doesn't suit me.
Oh, it's one.
Well done. But this isn't over. I will now preside over the second trial. Stare straight ahead, and you will see things as they appear. But change your perspective, and you will see them as they are.
You okay? Mm-hmm. Oh, is it you? It's time for boss phase 2.
The trial awaits.
Which one is that one? It's probably Mona's master, to be fair.
Yoo-hoo! Stop! I see everything.
I got him cornered.
Bow before your king!
Oh, this is all getting rather dreary.
Allow me, my darling.
Time to shine! Shower me with them! Stand with me! My name's Girl
Our
Boy.
performance has yet to conclude.
Yeah! The Temple of Wisdom!
Target acquired.
I dance for you, my dear.
Feel the same power.
The curtain call has arrived.
Barbarous game. Why are we dusting ourselves off?
Yes, very well done.
Barbelos. We did it!
Oh, they've grown up so fast. I'm so proud.
Really? Well then, I'll leave you to debrief the others about today's events.
Huh? You're leaving already?
You did marvelously today. I'm thrilled for both of you. And should you feel the need to gloat profusely to that student of mine so she knows to up her game, be my guest.
It's Mona's master like I thought!
Lovely tea party. But that'll do me for now. Until next time, my dearies.
You're just going to up and leave? Barbie? You'll have to forgive Barbalov. She's always on the move. And she never says where she's going either. I think she enjoys the mystique.
She does.
But if I had to guess, she's probably going for a walk. Barbie was satisfied with your victory, and so am I. Congratulations to you both. You can come back now. Oh, whoops. I need to turn you back to normal first, don't I?
But I want to be tiny!
You're finally back! Great job! You made it all look so easy!
Nice to have you back safe and sound. Now time to relax and switch off. You've earned it.
Thank you. Felt pretty good to beat the trial. Once you've rested up, let me know when you're free, and we'll head to Dragonspine.
To deal with the Dragon of Dragonspine.
Indeed, the sooner we deal with Durin, the better. Alice!
Nice to have you back safe and sound. Now time to relax and switch off.
They couldn't have given her more lines? This is rude. This is blasphemous. Oh wait, I can just teleport to Dragonspine.
Yep, this place is as freezing as ever. Hyman's hands are turning to ice.
Freeze!
You sure? Is it warm in there?
It should take the edge off and probably improve your mood, but I recommend you... Oh, I forgot Scarlet Quartzes do that. We've arrived. Sorry, Paimon. I have to get to work now.
Still beating away after all this time.
Leave it to me. You two stay on guard.
May Paimon ask a question?
You may.
Who is Durin to you? Do you think of him as what?
From a perspective, we're both artificial creations, but biologically speaking, we have no relation whatsoever.
Sounds like you prefer humans to...
Some whatsoever, so to say we're kin would be categorically incorrect. Then, it's not so much a matter of preference. Rather, as things stand, I would say I belong to the class of humans. I'll be a unique category thereof, but then again, most forms of life in this world possess some unique traits. I am perhaps the most unique among humans, and that I am the only one of my kind, but soon there will be another just like me, assuming this project proves successful. I believe Mini Durin already told you of his intent to replace Durin of the Dragonspine. After my conversation with him, he also expressed a strong interest in becoming human. It is fascinating to prospect, not only to mention an extremely challenging one, but I understand why he came to that decision. Do you see this as an act of creation? Well, understood in the broadest sense, this project deals with both the past and the future, and stands to profoundly impact many lives. That primarily is what makes it worthwhile. Helping Mini Durin become who he wants to be is a second consideration, though still a meaningful one. By contrast, my personal motivations are nothing so grand and meaningful. I'm just pursuing something I believe in. In my view, to cultivate life, which the world cannot generate is to cultivate the world itself. Whatever aids life in attaining a greater level of perfection improves the world by doing so. It is not a question of whether this out to be done or not, merely whether I wish to do. The enterprise is concerned with deciphering and comprehending all forms of knowledge. That is the path I walk. Of course, that's not to say that this is just a science experiment to me. Anything that affects Mondstadt, I approach first and foremost as a member of the Knights of Favonius. Does this answer your question satisfactorily? Well enough, thank you. Finished.
Looks like a golden energy has encased the dragon's heart.
The whole heart would be too big. I don't need that much. Instead, I just remove the core. The rest will soon lose its vitality completely. This time, Durin's body should finally die for good.
Wait, but in that case, what's gonna happen to the fake Hertha? And what if...
The Knights will keep an eye on them, but as far as I'm concerned, eliminating Durin's influence on the Citizenry and creating new Durin through the alchemy are one and the same. Armed with the heart, I'll be able to complete alchemy. Array, and deal with all those issues in one go. Aw, I can't make more of those swords. Not swords, spear. Wait, do you guys just throw back? They do! Let's call it a day here. Thank you for accompanying me.
Pleasure. We sure learned a lot.
Mondstadt's a lively place during the Windbloom Festival. You should take a look around and pick out some nice souvenirs for yourself.
Oh yeah, the festival! Wonder who the Windbloom star is gonna be this time.
Ooh, yeah, Dark Elf is pretty. Also, Keikimi.
Well, we've been too busy dealing with this situation the entire...
I'm sure we'll find out on the day of. Hold on. Ha! The garland's gone.
Ad Astra Abyssosk. Thank you for Ad Astra.
That's not what I clicked. Yippee! Fend off the
The Windbloom Festival is about to begin! Let's go check it out! You really are a one-trick pony, you know.
Yippee! 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 We're getting closer and closer to the what I desire most in this entire thing. As you all know, during this year's Windbloom Festival, the people of Mondstadt have banded together to defeat several waves of monsters that tried to invade our city. Accordingly, we would like to award the title of Windbloom Star to someone who made an outstanding contribute to the defense operation. That is someone who may not look like a strong warrior, but whose keen insight played a vital role in gaining control over the conflict. His words and songs have always a way of lifting people's spirits, and they were a great support to us all. Sorry, I just noticed who it was. Let us give a round of applause for this year's Windbloom Star, Venti the Bard.
Amazing!
Huh? No way, you're really going to pick me? Why not? You're the perfect person for the job. Alright, does that mean I get unlimited free drinks at the tavern? I'm sure they'll be more than happy to support this year's Windbloom Star. If you like, you can even take a drink while you give your acceptance speech to the crowd. In that case, let me swap out a speech for a song. Everyone, the best bard in the land is about to begin his performance, so don't go away. Gather round and lend me your ears. It finally has sound again. Beto! 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 I hereby exercise the prayer of formation. Earth, flowing water, refining fire, fortifying wind. Traverse the 18th, worldly, and 20th passage. Ah, Dahlia! Emergent soul entering the mortal realm. Evaluate festering flesh into sacred blood and bone. O sages, witness my grand endeavor. Whoa. How was it? Not bad, right?
How did everything go?
Very smoothly, I'd say. We achieved our goal.
Really? So many
Correct. However, his new formed body is still stabilizing. We should give him some time. Incredible work, Albedo. I graciously accept the compliment. It really is rather remarkable what we've accomplished.
So, how do you feel?
Quite good. I did what I set out to do and achieved a personal goal. I think even she would have made a rare facial expression had she seen it.
She?
My master and mother, Gold Rheindotter. A long time ago, she sent me to Mondstadt with the instruction to complete a task of monumental importance, to find the truth of the world. I had a theory about what she meant, and in time, I was able to corroborate it. Sure enough, finding the truth of the world basically stood for getting a life. That might be easy for most people, but for someone like me, it meant doing a lot of learning about a lot of things. I had to find out about myself and the world around me, get to know me, and get to know other people. Life is the space that exists between me and the world. To become truly human, I had to inhabit that space. So, for an artificial human, finding a life is, in a somewhat sense, equivalent to finding the truth of the world.
So that's what she meant, huh? Well, no wonder those monsters wanted to infiltrate the city and replace you. They wanted your life for themselves.
Being alive is just existing, but having a life is what makes you truly human. I think that's the message she wanted to get across to me. Still, I found this whole series of events has given me a new inspiration. Becoming human is only the beginning. What follows is the choice the human has to make in life, as well as the kinds of family bonds they will form. Most people would probably see the events of the last few days as something out of a nightmare, but for me, it's just part of my family life. I fear that the carefree existence of my brother has enjoyed thus far will now come to an end. Just like me, he will have to step into the world and face the same constraints as everybody else.
You've got an unusual family, that's for sure.
Well, I suppose we get it from our mother. She's highly unusual. There are all kinds of families in the world. Some base their lives around the family store, others around the farm. In my family, I suppose we tend to flower the beds, and now I'm a gardener too, as long as you feel like you've gained something from the experience. Master never showed her face, but if the Hexen Circle knows what I've done, that means she knows about it as well and gave her approval. Since devouring Nabarus, it would seem she has finally found a modicum of peace. And if so, then I'm truly happy for her. She didn't always have a peg net for madness, you know.
Devouring Nabarius? What's
It's the name of the ruler of life? She ate the ruler of life?
What?
She ate the shade of light. Nabarius. Aunt Alice told me about it not too long ago, but it came as no surprise. I knew Master would do it sooner or later. As for the ruler of life, all I truly know is this. Nabarius is not gone. Instead, because of Master's actions, she and Nabarius are now one. In any case, thank you so much for your help during this ordeal, and for choosing to stand by my side through it all.
Of course. That's what friends are for.
Paimon took the words right out of my mouth. Hearing you say that means more than I can say. I'll make sure to pass along the sentiment when I report back to Master Jean.
Oh, so you're heading back to headquarters? Well, good luck with the report.
Thank you. I'll get going.
Wow, this Windbloom Festival turned out to be a special one. It feels like we really made a difference. Oh, Paimon almost forgot. If the Windbloom Star has already been chosen, what is this year's Wimbledon gonna be?
Wanna take a guess?
Venti! You're back!
Well, I couldn't keep my two dear friends in the dark about this year's Wimbloom. Now, could I? What do you think of the Cecilia? It's quite fitting. The true feelings of the prodigal son, a sentiment as sweet and warm as a gentle spring breeze, perfect for the season. Ender, give me your hand, huh? The mages are very pleased that you and Albedo managed to pass their trial. Albedo received the materials he sought, so you deserve something in return as well. The Hexen Circle wants you to have this. It contains something entirely one of a kind. A secret of sorts. When the time is right, it will reveal itself to you, so no need to open it right away.
A gift and a mystery all in one! The mages sure love their secrets, huh?
According to the sender, you are probably the only person who could make use of something like this, so I suppose it belongs with you. Alright, thanks. Well, all I did was deliver it. Although I did go great lengths during this whole ordeal, I suppose a reward for my efforts wouldn't be that out of the question.
You've helped a lot, Venti. How about we treat you to a drink?
Really? I'll hold you to that. You know, no going back on your word.
Of course, Dad! Let's go to the tavern right now!
Music to my ears. I'm so happy I could fly. It's like this festival was made for me or something. When no love remains for the songs to tell, the world becomes naught but an empty shell. Cruel is said fate, cruel it may be, were it not for a hero who could set us all free. Through shadows so cold, he sought wisdom untold, chasing a fragrance the wind only knows. Thus wistfulness waned and faded into night as he stepped from the darkness and into the light. We're done! We're done, guys! We finished it! I hope we can check on Durin, though. I want to see my baby. Let me see him! Load! Durin! Durin! Let me go. It's no longer decorated for Windbloom. Sad. Can I go in? I can! Durin is not here. I'm depressed. Now we're gonna work on the limited event quests. I just wanted to get the Archon quest out of the way, so in case there's spoilers, you already would have it done.
Are you running away?
Kanich! Kanich! He's not gonna be voiced, but
Hey, there's a newsstand over there. What we know our Fontanian friends love a little. Isn't it Charlotte?
How about... Lost treasure resurfaces at last. Behold the beauty of the Remurian teacup.
Ooh. Hold up. This one's a gem. Illegal restaurant caught serving Saurian stew? Provides surprisingly popular.
Pretty shocking. Udex gravely wounded in shocking stabbing. Set to miss cross-border smuggling trial.
My oh my, that can't be for real. Fine, I hate to admit it, but you've won this one.
Huh? What? Did Paimon hear that right? Neverlet was... No, surely that can't be right. Can it?
Surely not. Aha! I thought I heard familiar voices. Well, if it isn't Ender and Paimon. What a coincidence. Mr. Kenichi and I were talking about you two just a few minutes ago. Unfortunately for me, he's a very loyal friend. I pressed him for some juicy details, but he remained tight-lipped about you. So, anything you want to share with me about the Great Ender's Trump exploits in Natlan? It was a team effort. Modest as ever. Anyway, I'm getting a bit ahead of myself. Sorry. Let me backtrack a little. Hi, you two. It's been ages. What brings you back to Fontaine?
Hey there, you two. Fancy running into you here.
What a pleasant surprise.
Yeah, that, and also, what the heck was all that about a story of me?
Oh, that we were just trading tabloid headlines. Is that what you're talking about?
Trading?
Yeah. Charlotte and I were having a little contest to see who could find the most ridiculous fake news stories. Either I got lucky, or I have a knack for honing in on the most outrageous material.
I'm sorry you had to see such an unflattering side of Fontaine, Mr. Kenichi. These third-rate tabloids write their headlines purely to shock and scandalize. All they care about is grabbing your attention to boost their sales. The ones who still got a shred of integrity will at least clarify the truth in the main body of the article, although the misleading headline is still an underhanded trick to draw readers in. But others, like the one we were just reading out loud, have no qualms about making outright fabrication.
If I had to quantify it, I'd say about 1% of what they write is the truth.
That's pretty lenient of you, Mr. Kenichi.
Him? Lenient? Oh, you gotta be kidding!
Don't get me wrong. I'm not trying to give credit to these so-called news stories for occasionally including a grain of truth. All I'm saying is, even the wild...
You mean all those fake headlines you meant?
Sure they do. For instance, there was in fact a smuggling trial recently. Considering the amount of speculation surrounding the smuggled goods, it's no wonder there are rumors about restaurants serving saurian meat or teacups being unearthed from ancient ruins. But in reality, the goods in question were simply a few ancient relics dug up from ruins in Natlan. Rest assured, no saurians were harmed in the process.
Yeah. And if you were wondering why the Odux didn't preside over the trial, it's because this case was assigned to another judge right from the offset. It's not as if the Palace Marmonia only has one judge. We can't expect Monsieur Novelet to handle every single case himself. On a more interesting note, the trial in question went remarkably smoothly, and it was all thanks to Mr. Kenichi's testimony as a key witness.
Oh, okay. Paimon was so busy freaking out about those headlines that she totally forgot to ask why you're here in Fontaine, Kenichi.
Phew, it was all a misunderstanding. The world's not going to end. Maybe not, but it'd be an even better world for me if Mr. Kenichi would agree to another exclusive interview with the Steambird.
It was a pretty open and shut case, and my testimony in court was clear enough. But I'm guessing, Mademoiselle Charlotte, that you're less interested in the case than you are in trying to uncover some news stories about Natlan.
Drat, you saw right through me. Guess I'll put it down to keen instincts of a renowned saurian hunter. Any response to that,
I appreciate
or?
your kind invitation, but like I said, storytelling isn't really my forte.
Mualani.
Kenichi the speechless! Kenichi the tongue-tied! Huh?
If you're dead set on doing an interview, why not talk to the Traveler instead?
Back to me again? Oh, of course. That's a brilliant idea. But that also means I'll need a bit more time to prep. Let me put together a thorough list of interview questions. Sounds like I'm not allowed to refuse. Well, I know I can be persistent, but at the end of the day, it's your call. Anyway, I should probably get back to work. I also need to track down and report these increasingly outrageous tabloids. Farewell, my friends, until we meet again.
Charlotte never stops, does she? Anyway, Paimon just has to ask. That ow thing, that popped out before. Or was it a...
Oh, that thing. Yeah.
Huh? What's up with him? Like, he's still noisy, but he's way quieter than before. It's like he's trying to hide or something.
But maybe he's not acclimatizing very well to Fontaine.
Could be.
Not acclimatizing? Aw, poor almighty Dragon Lord is not feeling well.
Too bad he can't come out to argue back.
What do you...
There's nothing physically wrong with him. It actually has to do with a strange law we learned. Apparently, it's forbidden to release flying objects within Fontaine City limits during the first 3 days of each month.
Oh, I get it now, and I'm sure Paimon gets it even better.
Paimon sure does. Paimon's been down this road before. There's an easy solution. As long as Kaniche holds onto a house tail, he'll be...
Not gonna lie, I was considering that. But Ahau wasn't too thrilled with the idea of huffing and puffing away in the form of a mini. That said, it's pretty annoying how he keeps... Anyway, this morning I saw a notice outside the Palais Mermonia about an event that's set to take place outside the city soon. I was planning to stay here and do some exploring for a few extra days anyway. It'll be a good chance to let that noisy helium balloon out. If you're free, why don't you come along?
Sure, seeing how angry always makes my day.
I know where it is. So...
What do you mean, teleport waypoint unlocked? Oh. Hold on. "12 days left to do this. I don't want to do this today." I can only do a single pull, and I want IFA. So we're gonna do a single pull, and just see if Streamer Luck allows me to have anything good. No, it does not. That's kind of fair. I don't know why I exited fully shop. Oh. Hey, would you look at that? We have another wish, guys. Not anything good, but a wish nonetheless. Even though New York was once New Amsterdam. Hey, we got another wish, guys. I should not be pulling as much. I'm already on guaranteed, so I just need to save up my wishes, so when Skirt comes out, I can get her. It's 10 p.m. Okay.
Looks like I remembered correctly. Here we are.
Wow, this is awesome!
Yeah. It was still completely deserted only a few days ago when I passed by on my way to testify at the Opera House. There must be some efficient workers in Fontaine.
A few days? One night was all it took. But is this all it takes to blow people away? Oh, no. Given my past experience, I can't let myself get carried away.
There's something oddly familiar about the way you talk.
Well, I can't believe you actually remember me. It's me, Lepine Pauline. That's right, the unlucky one.
Good to see you again. The prototype lens has come in handy, by the way.
Of course! How else would we have managed to build Fantasyland in a single night?
Fantasyland?
At least that's how I like to think of it myself.
I know it sounds like I'm laying it on thick, but as you can see, the theme of this amusement park is Fontanian filmmaking. A place for all film lovers to come together and co-construct a world of dreams.
Co-construct? Well, that's a relief. Sounds like you're sharing the cost this time.
Nope! I might be inviting others to help fund this, but that doesn't mean I haven't
Huh? You've gotta be kidding. Look at you! If you're expecting even an ounce of sympathy from
Ow!
Dragon
Shut
Lord, dream up.
So, just ignore that little gizmoid. He likes to butt in occasionally. Do go on.
Gizmoid? Who you calling Giz?
Wow! That's quite a nifty mecha you've got. You ought to let Miss Charlotte see your cool gadget.
Mass production? I, the almighty Dragon Lord, and another thing. I shall have you.
What? Heavens above!
Idiot meets idiot.
What's all the fuss? Making some new friends, are we?
Navia!
Miss Navia! Allow me to introduce the star behind all the work that's gone into this venue. Miss Navia, President of Fontaine Spina di Rosula.
Hello, everyone. Partner, Paimon. How have you been lately?
Ah, my trusty partner.
Hello there. I'm Kanich.
What about me?
You think someone yelling their name out in the middle of a public street really needs an introduction?
He's not wrong. So, you must be the almighty Dragon Lord, Mr. Ahau.
Pleasure to meet you. Oh, ha. Hold on.
Oh, see that? That's what I call proper manners. Well, it's not every day you meet a Navia, don't you?
It's no big deal. All little animals do that, don't they? I mean, try to puff themselves up to look more impressive.
I was totally be treating like a little cuddly pet.
Anyway, it's all thanks to Miss Navia and the Spina di Rosula. Honestly, I couldn't. Who else but the Spina?
Sorry, traveler. Miss Lapine Pauline sometime. I'm guessing she hasn't gone into much detail about the event yet. In short, the Cheval Moran Film Fantasyland is a fan convention that's open to film enthusiasts from all over Teyvat. Miss Lapine Paul.
Huh?
That's right. The one and after much not only is our adorable mascot drawing in fans by the minute, but she's also boosting her own popularity.
It's been a while since we last met, but by the way, Miss Lapine Pauline, have you
not exactly. By chance, one of the prototype lenses I developed caught a photographer's eye, and it's now, thanks to this unexpected opportunity, I've had the chance to invent.
That's right. So don't underestimate Miss Lapine Pauline. As for the Spina di Rosula, we're mainly here to take care of planning, operations, and management. For anyone feeling inspired to set up a booth, Miss Lapine Pauline and I will provide the necessary technical and operational support once. By the way, traveler, are you at all interested in it would be a chance for you to earn some extra income. Plus, with your skills, I'm sure you could bring something special to the table.
Sounds like a lot of fun.
Paimon would be even more tempted if you were to say, throw in.
Well, as everyone needs to eat, whether they be tourists. So thanks to Miss Navia's help, we've managed to invite none other than the celebrity chef, Miss Escoffier, to look over there.
You! Yes, you! For the last time, the ingredient.
Well, I'm sold. I think I'll make Ahau go be her assistant.
You little...
Demoiselle, sorry to bother you, but there's an issue over here that requires your personal attention.
Apologies. Looks like it's back to work with me. Please feel free. Anyway, if you're interested in taking part, come find me later.
Sure thing. I'm gonna end the stream here for today. We'll finish this tomorrow. These are Sumeru lamps. What the fuck was that? Hold on. There's nothing under here that could have done that. I have to redo that. I was too far away. But, yeah. Wait, are crabs still spawning here? But, yeah. Yeah, this is the end of today's stream. I'm not raiding anyone. You're all just gonna, you know, exist elsewhere. So, until tomorrow to finish this. Hey, Kanich, look this way. Thank you, Bubba. So until next time. Until tomorrow. So, I'll see... I can't speak right now, I'm sorry. So, I'll see you all tomorrow. I will hopefully probably be streaming at 3 p.m. EST at the earliest. But I wouldn't expect it.
Being antagonistic.
Ah! Shut up!
Mouthing off. Don't let him get under your skin.
I dare you to release me and say that to my face!
But, roughly, maybe it might even be the same time as today. I might stream again. After I'm finished with every of the Genshin, like this event for Genshin, I will in fact be trying to do a test stream on my computer. I don't know when that will be. So, we'll just have to wait and see. Let's see if there actually is a friend I want to raid. Hold on, my mouse is being weird. It's been weird since we came back from college. You know what? There is no friends I want to raid, so until next time, bye-bye!